Here we are. It's January 29th, 1999. And Tim just graduated basic a little while ago. I believe this is Tim and his friend crossing the street right now. They have to watch for cars. Everybody seems to march wherever they go. They go in pairs. They keep in step for the most part. And here he comes across the street. We'll have an interview with the man shortly. I think this is his friend Brad. So here he comes, and it's unusual. I heard Tim comes now. He's walking across the street. He's just graduated basic training about a half hour ago. And I got you.
What's going on?
Congratulations there, Tim.
Thank you.
We're going to start doing some videotapes today.
Alright.
Alright?
I gotta stop at the mini mall real quick and get a ribbon, so
Hey,
I'll be right back, alright?
I'd like to go with you over there, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to go over to the other place.
You wanna go with me?
Yeah, but I got to stop at the other place. And,
Oh, okay.
Okay, Tim, you graduated today, and this is your ID card. Tell us about that. Where'd you get it from Nobby Head?
Well, upon entering the United States Air Force, one must get his head shaved.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They sure shaved you. Okay, we'll get some more later. Okay, Tim, what do you have to say now? You're a full airman, and we see you in your whole uniform all the way down to your low quarters.
Well, I just graduated today, and to my right, to your left, be the mini mall where we got mandatory items.
Let me take a look.
Training.
Let me take a look at that.
Couldn't buy any candy or anything, just mandatory items, which kind of.
Just a second, Tim.
Hut, tail, take, forward. Hut, tail, take, forward. That's right. Hut. Hut, tail, take, forward.
Alright, now pulling up to the dorms here, and straight ahead you can see the 321st, which is next to mine. There's mine right there. Alright, that's where I stay on the other side, the west side of the building, and pulling up to a bus here. And that's where I stay.
Okay, there's Arnold Hall. That was here when I was here 33 years ago, and that's where they had their dances, and that's where the big dances are now. Okay, Tim, take it away about where you were dropped off here.
Well, the bus pulled up here. Right here. We waited under this overhang for a few hours,
Can't see you over here.
for a couple hours, until a bus picked us up and brought us to our barracks. That was a new scary point in our lives. Boy, I tell you. What's going on?
Not much. I just thought of something we could have got in a videotape here.
What's that?
You look like a soldier there.
Soldier.
Or an airman, I'm sorry.
Airman.
Okay, got that.
Hey everyone, it's Saturday. I graduated yesterday, and me and Dad just got back from Town Pass, and we just, walked along the river walk, and we took a little boat tour and everything. It was pretty nice, and it was really relaxing after about 6 weeks of a pretty strict schedule, and I'm just sitting in the hotel now, and thanks Jenny for picking out those clothes, See, when I first got here, I was like, what am I doing, but now that I think about it, I'm glad I did, because I'm more disciplined. I feel like I've grown up, and I don't know what else to say.
Well, Tim, on your first night here, what time in the morning did you get here? What time did you get to the airport?
About 12 or 12:30.
12 or 12:30. And where did you go in the airport? Went into the reception center.
Well, we filed the luggage claim. We filed the luggage claim area, and that led us to the staff sergeant that was directing us in there. He said, "Hey, you get over here," before we even got our luggage. So we're sitting in line waiting, and we're like, "All right, we'll get our luggage." And he formed us up in flights while we were there, and we were about to leave. And he's like, "All right, the bus is pulling up in a few minutes," and we're like, "We gotta get our luggage still." And we had to run across back and forth through the airport looking for where our luggage was at, because the place where we had to sit and wait to get bussed was before the baggage claim. So he got to us before we got to our luggage. And then we finally bolted back to the flight, and then we got bussed over to the Arnold Hall Center, is that what it's called? And we were sitting under an overhang for a few hours. Then we went to some some room inside, and we got briefed on.
Was it pretty cold under that overhang?
Oh yeah, it was very cold.
Did you guys have coats?
I had a long sleeve shirt on, and then we got picked up and brought over to our dorms, and we were standing outside for 15 minutes, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm so tired, I just want to go to bed. I can't wait till TI gets here so he can put us to bed." And all of a sudden, some monster they call Sergeant Satan comes running down the stairs and out the door, and he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." And he makes us all stand at attention, and we're all scared crapless, and he's just yelling at us the whole night. And I really thought, man, I should have backed out what I could have when I had the chance. But now here I am. I graduated yesterday. I'm very proud of that. And when I had to raise my right hand and do the oath of enlistment, and they said, "Welcome to the Air Force," it was a pretty proud moment for me. So, you know.
After you met Sergeant Satan, which was his nickname, when did you meet your regular TI, and what was his name?
We had Sergeant Satan for the rest of the night. We stayed up and put our stuff away and got to know where our beds were. And we got to bed like 4 hours later. We got to sleep like 2 or 3 hours or something like that. And then we woke up, and thank God we had a little bit of a nicer TI, but he didn't seem like it at the time. His name was Staff Sergeant Lovell. And that first morning, it was crazy. Like, we had to shave, shower, brush our teeth. I mean, when I got in the shower, I was putting the soap on my head, and 2 seconds later they said, "Get out." So I'm walking out all soapy and stuff, and I stunk, and I just had to rub deodorant all over to.
Did you have a problem getting up that first morning?
Yeah, in fact I did. When he came in and turned on the lights and said, "Get up, get up, get up," everybody was like half ready to go, and I'm still sitting here sleeping. And some kid finally woke me up, and I was like behind everyone, so I had to rush and do things very quickly, more than they made us, which was pretty hard.
What was the day like for you for the first couple of weeks till you got your first patio break? What did they have you doing?
It was pretty rough. I mean, we did stuff all day from 4:30 in the morning till, or I should say 4:45 in the morning till 8:55 at night. We'd wake up, and when we got our clothing issue, we got our PC gear and stuff on the first Saturday, and we started PC then, so we had PC for an hour and a half in the morning, and then we'd eat breakfast and do a bunch of processing all day and marching here and there and wherever, freezing cold because it's about 20 degrees or less for a couple weeks. So it wasn't too fun. And then things started getting a little it wasn't, I shouldn't say easier, but we got more familiarized with things, so it didn't take as long to do things. Um, Time management is what I'm trying to get at. So we learned to manage our time so we could do other things and keep things looking nicer and nicer as the time goes on. And then we finally got our name tapes on our BDUs, and I was very proud of that too. Felt like somebody then. And then we got our blues a few days later after that, and I was thinking halfway home, we're here, we're gonna make it. So
You had a friend named Brad. He was in a bunk below you.
mhm.
How'd you guys get to be friends? Just because you were close?
Yeah, the kid that sleeps under me, Brad Olson. Well, me and him, like, we had crazy hair the first few days until we got our head shaved. So, everybody would look at us and laugh and stuff because we had kind of long hair and it was sticking up all over the place, so we looked kind of funny. And we'd help each other make each other's beds and stuff, and we'd, like, right before lights out, we had like maybe 30 seconds to talk, and he told me he was 22, and I was shocked, you know. I mean, I don't know. I guess we were all on the same level at that point. So, I mean, you couldn't tell the difference between an 18-year-old and a 23-year-old. And you couldn't, if you came in, you couldn't tell the difference between me and some of the other guys that were in there. And me and Brad just started talking and talking more. We help each other out more in the morning. If he misses something, I help him out. If I miss something, he helps me out. So we pretty much backed each other up for the whole 6 weeks, and got to become friends and stuff. And me and him and his girlfriend and dad, we all hung out yesterday for a little while on Base Liberty. It was pretty cool.
How long did it take you to learn how to make a bed, Tim, when you first got in there?
Making beds, dust covered beds. It was pretty rough at first. It took a lot of time. We'd have to rip up our beds and then make them, and he's like, I don't like the amount of time that you guys spent doing them, so make us rip them up again and redo them, and these look like crap, so we'd have to keep doing them. But me and Brad I've made one of the best, if not the best, bed makers in the morning. We're the fastest, and we made them really good, really straight dust covers and everything, and tight, neat, and wrinkle free. That was your goal, to making a bed in a short amount of time, and we did that really good. So.
Did you ever make a bed before in your life?
No.
How long did it take you to learn how to polish shoes?
I tried a bunch of different methods that everybody said. Like, someone said the shine rag that you buff it off with, you're supposed to use that to put it on, and then use the brush to take it off or something like that. And I tried that. That didn't work too well. And then some people said put it in with your fingers and then brush it off with the brush. And I just had black hands for a little while. And then I just kept trying things, and I found that cotton balls, like, kind of damp, and you rub it on there like coats. It works pretty well. So.
Tell us about the crazy guy. What was his name in the bed next to you that used to pee the bed and smell the bed?
Oh God, this kid Link, he's a real short, weird kid, and he walks around and does stuff by himself all the time, and he always disappears in the morning, and he peed his bed all the time. I'm surprised he graduated. I'm surprised he made it. He used to get yelled at all the time because he was very insufficient in what he did. He couldn't really make his bed. He never really did what he was told, and he stunk. He didn't take showers for, I think, one time he went without a shower for like 5 or 6 days at a time. And we're sweating pretty much a lot while we're here, so you can imagine how bad it smells. I mean, I'm on the top bunk at the very end of the bay, and right next to me in the bottom bunk is where he is. Pees his bed all the time, and it soaks through the mattress, so there's puddles under the bed. It's really gross, and I'm just really surprised he made it through. And one time he had dorm garden on a new rainbow flight, so he asked me to put the ribbons and name tag on his blues for the next day, and it was for Friday. It was Thursday night, and he wore that shirt since Saturday when we went to the hockey game. That's when we first put on our blues, and they let us do that when we went to a minor league hockey game. And I was putting on the name thing, and I was like choking because it smelled so bad. I just don't know how he made it through all the inspections and stuff without failing and getting discharged or something.
Your friend Brad told me that one time you jumped out of the top bunk and fell right on the floor.
Yeah,
he used to wait in the morning to get up so you didn't jump on his head.
Yeah, he always waits in the morning because I'm never really awake when I jump out of bed. Whenever I hear get up, I just jump out of bed. I don't pay attention to what's below me, I just jump out. So he waits for me to get out, and then one time I jumped so fast that my feet were at kind of an angle, and I don't know how, but my heels, I guess, were slippery for some reason, and they just went from under me, and I landed on my butt really hard, and he was just laughing his butt off for 15 minutes or so.
What did your TI ever yell at you for, personally?
One time he yelled at me because we just got issued our BDU battle dress uniform, the camouflage uniforms, and when we got back, we put our duffel bag in the locker, and we fell out for chow, and while we're waiting, he told us, you gotta button all the buttons on and everything, and all the pockets included and everything, and I forgot a couple buttons, and we went to chow, and I buttoned up as much as I could. Then we went to chow, and I got my food, and I went to the table to set it down, and I bent down to put down my canteen on the ground under my seat, and he saw that my back pocket wasn't buttoned, and he came up and ripped my butt for it. He got right in my face. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was scared crapless.
What are Form 341s, Tim?
Well, they're discipline action forms, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And they pull these whenever we do something minor wrong. And right there is where they write the comment that we did wrong, and we initial right there. And you carry about 3 or 4 of these with you at all times, and whenever you do something wrong, you pull it out of your pocket and give them one. So, I gotta show you something else too that we have to do. When we get money, we have to make a money list. We write the amount of the bill, and then you write the serial number for every bill that you have, and then you cross them out when you spend that money. So
Pays to carry 50s then, huh? Pays to carry 50s then. Let's see, there was some other things that we had talked about. What does recycling mean, Tim?
Recycling is when you do something pretty bad to the extent where you get held back in the week of training that you're in. It could range anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks usually, and anything past that might get you a discharge, depending on how severe the whatever you did is. And recycling is just a big fear for everyone. So you try not to slip up, especially on our dorm guard duties, where we don't guard the door basically, and we let in authorized people and whatnot, And if we slip up on that and get unauthorized entries, that's automatic recycling. I mean, someone got recycled today, in fact, because of it. They let in an officer unauthorized, and she said, "Hey, you're recycled." I mean, the day after graduation, you belong to Lackland until the second you sign into tech school. So, I mean, you could be on your bus right there. You could flick off on somebody and they report it, and you can come back, and you don't want to come back on those terms because they'll just rip you apart. But yeah, recycling is something that you just don't want to get. So you want to do everything right as much as you can. As long as you're giving 110% like you should be alright. unless the military's not really cut out for you. And those people are usually gone within the first few days anyway.
How did, looking back at it now that it's all over, you're glad that it's over, but would you do it again?
I mean,
If you had, if you knew what you knew now, would you join again to get where you are?
oh, definitely, yeah.
Did you think boot camp was easy overall, or what was the hardest thing about it?
I wouldn't go in the Air Force with the idea that, oh, it's gonna be easy. I could just sit around and do whatever I want. No, but you do what they tell you to do, but it's not as hard as people make it out to be. I mean, people trying to commit suicide, and there's no reason for it. I mean, look at me, I just made it through. My last real training day was probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, look at me now, I'm all relaxed and having fun today, so. You change for the better, definitely, but they don't brainwash you. It's not really hard at all physically. It's just the mental part. If they yell at you, you gotta put it past you. You can't take it personally and decide, well, TI hates me, I'm never gonna get anywhere in the Air Force. And just have an open mind about it. Take it as it goes. Take the change for the better. Take the discipline. Use it in your regular life.
And anything else that you can tell us about basic that you want to tell us now? Tomorrow you're leaving, right? And you have to keep everything in your locker and everything in perfect order until tomorrow morning, when you can start packing all your personal stuff to leave. And tell us what's going to happen Monday. Tomorrow. Tell us what's going to happen tomorrow and Monday.
Well, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, me and Dad are going to go to church until 9 o'clock, then we're going to have brunch. He's got to take off at about 12 o'clock, go to the airport. And then when he goes there, I'm going to go back and probably do some laundry. Then I'm going to pick up my stuff and probably watch the Super Bowl, unless someone screws up and ruins it for us. We're going to pack and get ready and everything, get all of our bags packed, and then 1 minute past midnight, Monday morning, I guess you can say, that's when the bus picks us up. And then we take off from Lackland at 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the afternoon.
Oh, no, no.
No.
It's 1 minute past midnight.
And Monday?
Yeah. I mean, Sunday night,
Sunday night? Monday morning?
Monday morning, 12:01.
Wow.
And it's about a 14-hour bus ride. They just started busing people over there to Keesler like a few weeks ago. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be pretty rough. But we get to sleep and listen to our headphones. They brought headphones for me, thank God.
Boy, that's something. When I think about it, I think I probably took a bus from here to Keesler too, because I don't remember flying from here to Keesler. I remember flying here, but not out of here. And anyway, today you got yourself some sunglasses, and those are cool. Do you have any personal messages for Mom?
I remember you said in one of your letters that you're feeling great. I hope you keep feeling great and keep motivated to stay healthy and everything. So, but I hope to see you soon at Keesler, you and Jenny and Pat and Carrie and whatnot.
Speaking of that, why don't you tell them what you said about your schedule so that they know what you're talking about?
Before you go and try to reserve plane tickets, I'd wait until I get to Keesler and find out about my phases, because after about the third or fourth phase, I have barely any restrictions, and I don't have curfews on weekends and stuff, and we go out and do stuff anytime pretty much, except for while I'm at school. So just before you go and decide to make any decisions, before I know the facts, wait till I get them, and then I'll let you know what's going on and what may be the best times to come down there. Because if you come down like right away, and I may have just gotten the freedom to go around base and stuff, I might not know what's good to do or see or whatever. So just wait a little bit and let me find out what's going on.
Okay. How about Pat? Do you have any messages for him? Gonna recruit him or anything?
Oh, if you're still thinking about the service, if you
He's
still
not listening.
huh?
He's not listening. No.
Not listening. Oh, if you have the idea, like I wish I would have done it, but I'm too old to do it. Don't think that, because there's people about to turn 24 that are in my flight, and they had no regrets of joining. I mean, they're glad it turned their life around, and they became more disciplined. Place pays for your college. You have a totally different view on life. I know I do now. I'm not as shy as I used to be. I mean, I know you weren't as shy as I was, but you know, it changes you for the better. I don't know what else to tell you about it, but if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But just try to, you know, keep going to school and keep working out and stuff. Keep yourself healthy, so you don't catch any of the diseases that run in our family, like diabetes and stuff that happen to Grandpa and Aunt Marie and stuff like that. You know, just keep yourself going, motivate yourself. Try to. I mean, I don't know what I can really do from Mississippi or wherever I'm gonna be stationed at. You know, so you're gonna have to try to do that on your own, or support from our family. I mean, you know, Dad will support you on anything, right?
Well, for Jenny, you know, Jenny, I know you said something to her earlier, but Jenny picked up that CD holder for you, that plastic one.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. I pretty much needed one of those. So.
Do you have any messages for Jenny to talk when she talks with Sarge or Kapoor or any of those people?
Not really. I'll probably talk to him when I get to the Keesler.
Okay. How about Grandma or Grandpa? You got any messages for them? I'm sure they're wishing you well.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to think right now, but I'll have to see you soon. You know, come home on leave and see you guys again. Really miss everyone from back home, and I'm glad that Dad got a chance to come see me. So, you know, I know someone from back home. Feels really good. I feel real relieved. You know, to have him here with me, and I can't wait to see all of you at home.
Anything else you want to say, Tim? To anybody? Kapoor, any messages for him? Or not Kapoor, but Poopa? Jimmy Poopa.
Jimmy, I can't tell you what to do with your life, but I can only give you a few choices that you may want to consider. The Air Force, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, but try to go to school or something. Try to get at least an associate's degree from a community college or something. Do what you can do, but just don't go to work full time thinking that you're going to make it through life like that, because it's really hard. I mean, it's going to be really hard. I mean, you're young like I am, and I really don't know what it's like in the real world, but everybody's telling me down here, all the TIs and everything, everyone back at home, you can't really get far without any college behind you. So just keep yourself going. Sign yourself up at Marine if you don't want to go to college. I mean, I'll support you in anything you do, man. But just do something, you know. Find something to do.
Good. Well, Tim, one thing I want to do is, you know, I'll turn off the camera for a second, but then I'd like you to put on your uniform so we can get a shot in your these are full dress blues now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And did you say what that ribbon is for on your?
This is my graduation ribbon. Right here.
Okay. And okay, why don't I turn this off and you put on your coat and your hat? We'll take a picture of it.
Here I am. This is my service dress uniform, the service coat, pants, low quarters, and shirt and tie, and my flight cap, of course. And I bought these glasses today. See if you like them, Jenny.
Look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look alright.
I thought they were pretty good. But Jenny, slow down. You don't want a big insurance rate, you know. Well, hope to see y'all soon. I'll talk to you soon, alright?
Bye.
Bye, love you.
Hello, Jen.
You look very nice.
How are you?
Good.
What's the date today?
February 6th, 1999.
You're getting ready to go where?
Turnabout.
Oh, you look nice, huh?
Thank you.
Okay. This is right on the back of the tape from Tim from Basic Training, so this is where you were both in life.
Gotta
this
look
time,
at
huh?
her heels.
I'm going to take a look at your heels and move this down. How tall are those, Jen? Turn side, please.
Pretty tall.
About 4 inches,
Yeah.
aren't they? Maybe not quite that though.
So where'd you get the fancy red dress?
Carson Pierce Scott.
Carson Perry Scott.
Yes.
Okay, who are you going to this dance with tonight?
Kevin Palmer.
And who else?
Crystal Stasio. Len Cody. Margaret Bastic, John Galapke, his friend Tony, and his girlfriend Melissa are meeting us up later.
Okay, where are you going to go eat?
Rainforest Cafe.
Okay. You have anything else to say? Okay,
Hi.
bye-bye, babe.